then settle your hips on your heels. Allow your forehead to rest heavy on the mat. And if you have to choose between hips on your heels or forehead on the mat, choose placing your forehead on the mat and then just letting your hips heavy back and down. And close your eyes. And make closing your eyes as important to this pose as hips on your heels and forehead on your mat. Because we are guided by an incredibly stimulating and stimulated culture. And what happens is that our reality becomes predicated on what we take in through our eyes. Like a hill is going to seem steeper if you just had an intense workout. Or a landmark is going to seem further away if you're carrying something heavy versus if you're not. So close your eyes as a way of opening up your vision. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what anyone else looks like. You got to feel for it. It's a very individual journey, but we are all on it together. So we'll start with a breath all together. Please exhale your air out with an SH. Allow an inhale to rush in through your nose, coat your throats, fill you up. And HA. Gently start to rock your forehead side to side on the mat. Massaging that space between your eyebrows and feeling your brain get heavier inside of your skull. And start to crawl your fingers forward towards the frontage of your mat. As far forward as you can. Let your elbows lift. Let your wrists lift. Like you have tennis balls under your palms. So you start to yawn your body open. And then keeping your eyes closed, press your palms down and shift onto all fours for your tabletop, please. Shoulders over wrists and hips over your knees. As you inhale, draw your belly towards the floor and gaze up to the ceiling for your cow tilt. And as you exhale, round your spine, pull your belly in, heavy your head for your cat. Inhale, belly down, open your chest, stretch your throat, look up. And exhale, slow. Shove the floor away. Really pull your belly up and in towards your spine. Take a few more on your own. And again, do it with your eyes closed. So you're cultivating your ability to be internally focused and externally aware. And if you want to take a few cat-cows with your fingers facing towards you to stretch out your wrists, you can. And if there's another kind of movement that suits you here, start to explore it. You might circle out your hips or your shoulders. Yeah, feel good, wake things up, yawn it open. All right, and then start to make your way back to a neutral spine and bring all 10 of your fingers to point forward. Okay, we're gonna start here with some tabletop push-ups. You'll have my words to instruct it, but again, we have a demo here if you want to see. You wanna shift your weight forward so your shoulders are past your wrists. And then bend your elbows and bring the top of your head to the mat. So you make like a tripod. And then squeeze it back up. Good, again, shift the shoulders forward, bend the elbows, head to the mat, good, and then squeeze it up. Good. Now take it 4 more times on your own. You should be able to see your fingertips when you put your head down to indicate that your shoulders are moving forward past your wrists. Good, Abby. Get the top of your head on the mat, like you're doing a tripod headstand. That's the difference. Good. Now squeeze it up. All right, we'll meet up in tabletop, firm belly, chin away from chest. Curl your toes under and come into an upper push-up plank, please. Shoulders over wrists and hips in line with your shoulders. Draw your pubic bone towards your navel, hips a little bit lower there, Melanie. And keep your legs really strong and your belly super firm. Now, as you inhale, shift the weight forward, shoulders past the wrists again. And exhale to slowly lower halfway. Pause when your elbows hug your ribs. It is a moment. Nice. Slow inhale for an up dog. Kick the tops of your feet down. Lift your thighs up and draw your shoulders away from your ears. Now exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high, heels low. And move it around when you get there. Deeply bend one knee and then the other. You can bend both knees at once a few times to broaden your lower back. Slowly clean up your downward dog. So hips high, heels low. Look at your feet. They should be about 6 inches apart. You can imagine your skull would fit between them. Bend your knees a little bit to stick your butt up higher and feel the slope of your spine lengthen. That was really nice, Melanie. Now imagine you have eyeballs on your armpits. Try to get them to look at each other in front of your face to broaden that space between your shoulders. Belly up and in, heavy head. As you inhale, float your right leg up halfway. Level out your hips at first. Right hip spirals down and in. Nice, Courtney. Keep your left heel heavy and lift your right leg higher, 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 and then bend your knee, roll open your hip, and move it around. You can make circles with your knee to mobilize that deep ball and socket joint of your hip. You can roll out your ankle. You can wiggle your toes. Gorgeous, Kate. Then inhale your right leg up high. Exhale to kiss your toes back down. Following inhale, lift your left leg up. Halfway at first, establish the structure of it. And then lift it up higher, 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 like you're kicking your 2 legs apart. And then bend your knee, roll it open, and move it around. Inhale, extend your left leg up, squeeze your left butt. And exhale, toes back down. Inhale, tilt your tail up. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, walk to the front of your mat and hang heavy in a forward fold. Separate your feet a comfortable distance. Bend your knees, let your belly drape over your thighs, and allow your spine to spill forward. You can grab at opposite elbow here. You can interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. So yeah, there are ways of helping gravity help you, but it also always has something to do with just letting it. Relax your arms if you haven't yet, and place 2 fists in between your feet to measure your inner hips width. On an inhale, half lift. Hands on shins or thighs. Stop when your spine feels flat, which actually means we're feeling for a bit of a back bend here. So arch your chest. That was really nice there, Misha. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen your armpits from your hip bones. Inhale, rock the weight a little forward. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. On your following inhale, listen closely. Chair pose. Sit your hips back and down. Arms up, biceps frame your ears. Yeah, you want to slide the weight into your heels like your knees could stack over your ankles. Nice there, W. Get that butt lower. Yes, everyone just thought your name was Sarah W. That was great. Anchor down through your tail. Pull your low belly in and reach to the sides of your body. Reach to your pinky fingers. Take a slow inhale to sit lower, arms back a little more. Gently stand all the way up and pause for mountain pose. Biceps frame your ears and close your eyes. You eliminate that visual perception of your reality and feel for a root to rise. Stand on your feet in a way that keeps the back of your heart lifted. Imagine you have strings pulling your inner arches towards your ankles, so you gently light up your inner thighs. Anchor down through your tail. Energetically pull up on the space in front of your sitting bones so you find a buoyancy in your upper half and a pathway up through your spine. And if that cue made no sense to you, you imagine it and plant the seed to one day have the experience of it. Soften the stuff of your face with a flutter of your lips. Gently flutter your eyes open and look up. Inhale to get 10 feet tall and stretch back. Open your heart, your throat, hips forward, arms back. And then dive forward, forward fold. Good. You can swing your arms behind you and interlace your fingers for a bit of a shoulder stretch. Let your arms fall away from you. Yeah, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you to deepen the stretch more. Beautiful, Babita. And then if you squeeze your palms closer together, that will also deepen the stretch, but there's nothing to force or jam. Sometimes it's really most powerful to let something work on you. Take one more inhale across your collarbones. Hands to lower back to release them by your sides. And then inhale to sit back and then down. Arms up, second set of chair pose. Close your eyes. More than anything I'm able to share with you, more than anything any yoga teacher will say to you, it's whatever conversation is happening between you and you that is the most valid and valuable thing you've got going. So say hello. Let the breath move. Get to know it. And then sit a little deeper. Arms back a little further. Stand up. Right away, inhale, look up, reach back, use your strong arms, and then dive forward, forward folds. Inhale for your half lift, long spine. And plant your hands down, either step or hop back to go through those 4 movements of your flow. Upper push up to lower. Big inhale for up dog, squeeze your shoulders back. Good, and then exhale for your downward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg up, and we'll revisit that cat tilt of the spine. Draw your knee to your forehead as you stack your shoulders over your wrists and round out your back. Nice, Charlie. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, knee to your forehead. Choke off your throat, belly up and in. Inhale, extend the leg. And this time, step your foot all the way through between your hands until your toes line up with your fingers. Drop your left knee down so you kneel on the floor and interlace your fingers on top of your right thigh. Nice. Kick your back foot down so hard that your left knee feels light on the mat, and use the strength of your left butt to stretch the front of your left hip. So yes, this pose feels like a pretty deep stretch for a lot of people, but in order to be flexible, you have to use your strength. Not just physically, mentally and spiritually too. You need strength to create space and to sustain what's open. So kick your back foot down and send your hips more forward. Nice, Sarah. Now, if you want to go deeper, bring your hands to your lower back and pull your belly up and in to lift your chest and look back to go back. Yeah, if there's another variation you like, I saw some of you want to put your arms above your head, that's fine. Just make sure you're kicking your back foot down. Yeah, get it, Courtney. Hips more forward. One more inhale, look back a little further. And then slowly come up, plant your hands down. Curl your left toes under, step back, upper push-up plank. Inhale the weight forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog, suspended between feet and hands. And exhale for downward facing dog. Right away, inhale your left leg up. And as you exhale, draw your knee to your forehead, shoulders over wrists, round out your spine. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, knee to forehead, choke off your throat and breathe into the broadness of your back. Inhale, extend the leg. And step your foot all the way through, lands lightly. Drop your back knee down and interlace your fingers on your left thigh. Okay. Pull your left belly away from your left thigh. Kick your right foot down and urge the small of your back towards your left heel. If you want to go deeper, you know how to do it. Hands to your lower back, or you can use your arms as an extension of your spine and look back to reach back. But go to a place where you can stay. We're finding a deeper expression of it means staying in your fullest expression of it. You got to, Courtney, use the strength of the back of your left leg. For 3, for 2, really slow. Come on up, use the front of your core, hands down. Curl your toes under, step back, upper push up. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up dog. Puff the sides of your ribs forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take a breath here. Let your head hang heavy. And exhale your air out with an SH. Taking a slow, sweet inhale. And HA. Inhale your right leg up. You can come up onto your left toes as you step your foot in between your hands. It'll help you land it lightly. Now dial your back heel down onto the mat and inhale, rise up for a warrior 1. Use your exhale to arrive. Sit lower into your lunge until your right knee stacks over your right ankle. Push the outer edge of your left foot down like a string again is pulling your inner arch towards your ankle. Firm up your back leg to draw left hip forward and right hip back. Lengthen down through your tail and pull your low belly up and in to support your lower back. Squeeze your arms straighter. Sit a little lower. Inhale, lift your chest, look back to reach back. Exhale, hands down. Keep exhaling to step back and to lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, strong arms and legs, nice woman. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Back heel dials down. Inhale, rise up for warrior 1. Exhale to arrive. Sit low and close your eyes. Push both of your heels down and energetically pull them in towards one another. Like your inner thighs are a pair of scissors you're trying to close shut. Lengthen down through your tail. Stay strong through your arms. All week I've been telling the story of the origin of the warrior poses because I think it's fascinating. So in ancient texts, this is called Virabhadrasana 1 in Sanskrit. Now, Virabhadra is a character who entered into battle by thrusting his way up from the deep underground with his sword held high above his head with both hands. So get those arms strong, full of intention, full of awareness. Maintain that as you sink a little bit lower. Take an inhale to lift your chest, arms strong as you reach back. Exhale, hands down. Yes, Marika, step back and lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Again, squeeze your shoulders behind you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now keep moving. Take warrior 1 on your right side and warrior 1 on your left side. And the rate at which you move is dictated by your breath. Find the peak of every inhale and get so empty on your exhales that you get a little bit air hungry for that following inhale. And because every body is so different and every breath is so unique, everyone will find down dog at a different time. So once you are there, and this isn't my subtle way of rushing you, take your time. But once you're there, keep it really strong and active. Fingers are spread wide. Use your arm strength to shift some of the weight into your legs. And as you pull your belly in, imagine that the contents of your belly could slide into your rib cage and support your shoulders. Soften the back of your neck more than you think you are. And then exhale all your air out. Again, a slow, sweet inhale. And exhale. Inhale, float your right leg up. And step it in between your hands, back heel down. Inhale, rise up for warrior one. And exhale to peel open for your warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back, beautiful transition, Chantal. And bring your chin over your right shoulder. And then close your eyes. Right, it's not just a shape you make with your body. It is a container for an experience. So feel for it. Push down through your heels and energetically pull them in towards one another to light up your inner thighs. Gorgeous chin. And now that you feel for that support for your hips, you can sink your hips a little bit lower. Lengthen down through your tail. Stay lifted through the backs of your ears. And turn your chin a little bit more over your right shoulder. Reach with the undersides of your arms. Inhale to flip your right palm up and reach a little forward. Exhale, stretch straight up to the ceiling. Inhale to then reach for the back wall and keep breathing here as you sustain your reverse warrior. Everyone, heavy your right heel more and keep your hips low. Firm up your lower belly to support this side body stretch. And use every inhale to fan your ribs open like fingers on a hand. And every exhale to stretch deeper into the space you've created. Take a slow inhale to sit lower and reach back further. Slower exhale to cartwheel your hands down. Keep exhaling to step back and keep exhaling to lower. It's a long one. Good, Sophie. Inhale, upward dog. Good to see you, Jason. Exhale, downward dog. All right, inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it through, lands it lightly, back, heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And exhale to peel open for your warrior two. Chin over your left shoulder. And then close your eyes. So as the story continues of the origination of the warrior poses, in this pose, Virabhadra makes his presence known by standing with his sword poised and ready to strike. So over the dristi, or the gaze point over the front middle finger, is the crosshairs where his victim is. And the back arm is the sword ready to strike forward. So you gotta keep your arms strong. And if they start to feel tired or heavy, don't let them. Hug the muscles tight around your bones, and they'll hold themselves up for you. Inhale, flip your left palm up and reach forward. Exhale, stretch straight up. Inhale to then reach for the back wall for your reverse warrior. Yeah, the back hands can go above or below your back knee. If you're swinging it around to your left thigh, make sure you're not arching your back, right? We want to eliminate the back bend in this and just focus on stretching the side body. Heavy your left heel to sit lower. Inhale your bottom left rib to the sky. Exhale to cartwheel your hands down. Step back, lower to flow, and then keep moving. Warrior one, warrior two, and reverse. Right side and left side. And my favorite part about the warrior story is that although it seems like a violent story, we're not celebrating violence and carnage in them. Rather, we're acknowledging our own spiritual warriors who every single day do battle with our own egos and our own self-ignorance, which is the ultimate source of all of our suffering. And this is the kind of work that you can only do for yourself. We live in a world where you can pay someone else to do almost anything for you. Raise your kids, do your laundry, your grocery shopping, walk your dog. Not this. Such important work. And that's why these classes are always pay what you can, so that you can do this work as much as you need to. If you're back in downward facing dog, please exhale all your air out. Again, take a deep, 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 deep inhale. And exhale. All right, inhale, tilt your tail up. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, look past your hands, walk or hop forward. Half lift, long spine. And exhale for forward fold. Now bring your big toes to touch. And as you inhale, sit back and down, arms up, palms pressed for your thunderbolts. So slide the weight back into your heels. Again, lengthen down through your tail, firm up your belly. A lot of the same cues as we have in chair pose. But now your palms are pressed together with only thumbs crossed. Straighten your arms by spiraling your biceps towards your face. And then soften your shoulders as you stretch your wrists away from them. Take an inhale to sit low and reach. Then stand up. Inhale, lift up, look back, reach back on the smaller base of support. And then dive forward for your forward folds. Good, shake your head yes, nod it no. Then once more, please. Inhale, sit back and down. Arms up, palms pressed, thunderbolt. And drag your hands to heart center, elbows in one straight line. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow over your right thigh and look over your right shoulder. Draw your right knee back. Your left knee back. Push your left heel down and roll your bottom ribs more under. If you want to fly away, you can tee the arms apart. Or you can bind by wrapping them around your thighs. Sit your hips a little lower. Yeah, get it, Charlie. Inhale, roll your chest open. And now slowly draw it back to center, hips low. All right, sit low and lean back. Now twist to the left. Right elbow, left thigh. Look over your left shoulder. I love you. And listen, it's meant to get challenging. You can fly away or bind when you're ready, right? We can't practice patience or integrity or even love if things don't get challenging sometimes. So if it feels spicy, sit deeper into that fire. Roll your chest more open. Yes, Maki. And then slowly bring it all the way back to center. Now sit low and lean back and dive forward for a forward fold. Separate your feet a little bit. We'll take a gorilla pose. Bend your knees, pick up your toes, and slide your hands underneath from the front. You can bend your knees a lot. Actually try to tickle your wrists with your toes and push the big toe knuckles of your feet into your palms. Now rock the weight forward to lift your hips up higher and roll your inner thighs back. Pull your low belly in to draw your two lowest ribs away from your hip bones and let your head hang heavier. All right, now keep your hands where they are. Inhale for a half lift sensation. Lengthen your spine, look a little forward. And bend your elbows and pull yourself in even deeper. All right, take your hands out from underneath your feet. Inhale for a full half lift, floss it out. And then walk back or hop back to travel through your flow. If you're hopping back, land with your elbows bent, nice Abby. And then inhale for upward dog. And exhale for downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale to step it through, back heel down. Inhale for warrior one. Exhale for warrior two. Inhale, flip your right palm, reach forward. Exhale, stretch straight up. Inhale to reach for the back wall. Now listen closely. As you exhale, squeeze your right leg straight and stretch your right side body more. Inhale, arms parallel to the mat again, warrior two arms. Keep inhaling as you keep reaching forward. Exhale, right hand, right shin, left palm open for your triangle pose. Yeah, there are variations where you put your hands on the floor, grab your big toe. You're welcome to do that if you're really committed to it. But for today, I'm going to invite you to put your hand on your shin and pull up on your shin skin as you tuck your right butt under and lean your chest more back. Good, take an inhale across your chest. Pyramid pose, two hands frame your front foot. Step your back foot in a little bit and point your left toes to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Keep your back leg straight, maybe front leg straight, or there might be a bend to your knee as you drape your body over your front leg. If you get your belly to your thigh and your face to your shin, you can turn a little bit to your right, like you're trying to put your left cheekbone on your right shin. Feel for every inhale creating length in your spine. And every exhale drawing you in a little bit deeper. And now take an inhale to lengthen out your spine like a half lift. Step your right foot back to meet your left, upper push-up plank. Bring your feet together and roll over to your left side. Lift your right arm for your side arm balance, stacking heels, hips, shoulders, and wrists. Push your hips up so much, it's like you're trying to get the sole of your left foot on the mat. Right bicep over right ear. Right leg up off your left. Good, hold the pose. Just simply switch your gaze and look up to the ceiling. Nice, Courtney, hips up higher if you can. Take one more inhale to stay. Exhale back to upper push-up and lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You guys are moving beautifully. All right, pause here. Let's get organized before the other side. Exhale all your air out. Begin a sweet, deep inhale. And HA. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip your left palm up, reach forward. Exhale, stretch straight up. Inhale to reach for the back wall. Exhale, squeeze your left leg straight, two straight legs. Inhale, arms parallel to the mat, warrior two arms. Keep inhaling, keep reaching forward. Exhale, left hand, left shin, right palm up for your triangle pose. Yeah, tuck your left butt under hard, like you're trying to lean flat against a wall behind you. Try to lengthen through your bottom ribs as well. As you bring your chin more towards your right shoulder, find a point on the back of your right hand with your left eye. Stretch your arms apart. Pyramid. Two hands frame your left foot. Step the back foot in a little bit. and square off your hips. Even if you have a bend in that left knee, put a little bit more weight on that left foot to draw left hip up and back and right hip down and forward. Then drape your body over your front thigh if you aren't already, and deepen the stretch on the back of that left leg. And every inhale, like you can lengthen through your spine. Good, Colleen. And every exhale to get a little bit deeper into your experience. All right, take an inhale for a half lift over your front thigh, and then step your left foot back to meet your right, feet together. Roll over to your right side and lift your left arm for side arm balance. Good, hips up, 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 up. Left bicep over left ear. Your left leg up off of your right. Nice, Maria. Look up towards the ceiling. You got it, Miriam. Inhale, push the floor away. Slow exhale back to upper push-up and keep exhaling to lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open your heart. Use your strength. Exhale, downward facing dog. Exhale away anything you no longer need. Inhale everything sweet and good. And HA. Inhale, tilt your tail up. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, walk or float forward. Half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Separate your feet a little bit, bend your knees a little bit, and then slowly roll yourself up to standing. Use the firmness of your belly to stack each vertebra of your spine one on top of the last. When you're at the very top, roll your shoulders back. Now, without looking down, toe heel your feet together to touch, and then you'll do left side first. And we're moving into standing bow pulling. So open up your right palm to the right. So you can see Q here, drop your arm down. So the part of your arm that you give blood from is exposed. Now you'll drop your hand behind you and pick up your foot from the inside, that inner arch, big toe side of your foot. Sweep your left arm forward and up so your bicep is next to your ear. Stretch the left side of your body as tall as you can, and then start to kick and reach. Kick your two legs apart as you stretch your two arms apart. Pull up on your left inner thigh and roll the eye of your right hip towards it. Nice, Marika and Maki. And eject your left shoulder more forward. The more you stretch left side body, the more you'll straighten your right leg. Stay with it, Courtney. You got 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, like you don't want to come out of it, come out of it. But you really don't want to. You really, really, really don't want to. Good, relax your arms down. Try not to fix or fidget, right? Just drop the breath back down to your belly. It often feels like something when you come out of this pose, and that's good, right? That's what we're going for. You can't say you're stretching or challenging yourself and not feel it. That's like saying you're in love and not feeling it. Then you're not in love. Open up your right palm to the right. Excuse me, your left palm to the left, and catch your foot from the inside. Good, sweep your right arm forward and up. Stretch up really, really tall. And kick and reach. Feel for it. Kick your two legs apart, point your toes, Melanie. And eject your right shoulder more forward. Find a point of focus on whatever is across from you and wrap your breath around it and stay. For 5, that looks great, Brandy. Get your arms straighter. 4, that's it, that's the work. 3, 2, Sarah W, go deeper. And kick to come out, yes. Relax your arm down. Actually bring your hands to your heart and let your elbows heavy towards your waist. Separate your feet a little bit so you can close your eyes and stand comfortably. And again, take a moment to feel for standing on your feet in a way that keeps the back of your heart lifted and your collarbones resting on the roof of your ribs. Now imagine your two eyes are tiny balloons you just let go of. And feel your brain get heavier in your skull. So you illuminate a mindfulness that doesn't just live between your two ears. Right? It lives in every single cell of your body. Illuminate it with your breath. Exhale all your air out. Inhale through your heels, legs, spine, and crown of head. And HA. Keep your eyes closed as you relax your arms. Put a soft bend to your knees. Drop your chin to your chest, belly in, and so slowly roll yourself all the way down. Don't miss a single sensation on your way there. Once you find your forward fold, lengthen through your half lift, and then walk or hop back to travel through your flow. Use your flow to reset your spine. Every time you do it, that back bend, that forward motion of it, it's so good. Once you're back in your down dog, please inhale to float your right leg up. Bend your knee and swing it through for your half pigeon. Draw your knee wider than your shoulder. Make sure the outer edge of your right foot is on the mat. Square off your hips and then lengthen to lower all the way down. Good, Brandy. If you're gonna do that, keep making sure that your right toes are flexed towards your shin. So you have a 90-degree angle or less with the other foot. And then you can use your right elbow to push your right thigh away. That's it, nice. And again, it's not just a shape you make with your body. It's a yoga pose. It is a container for an experience. So close your eyes and fill it with breath and intention and whatever of value shows up for you inside of it. Nothing about you is rigid. Nothing about you is absolute. No feeling is final. Let your breath move. And let your breath move you. Exhale all your air out. You're gonna slow, sweet inhale. And HA. With your eyes closed, walk your hands under your shoulders, lifting up your chest and sitting a little bit deeper into your hips. Curl your left toes under. Step your right foot back, upper push-up. Then you might go through a flow or just send your hips up and back for down dog. But either way, once you exhale into your downward dog, following inhale will float your left leg up and then bend your knee and swing it through. Half pigeon. And if half pigeon bothers your knee at all, you're welcome to look at my demo over here. He's doing a figure 4 stretch, which stretches the same muscles. And then close your eyes. And use the vibrational breaths are really powerful. A lot of times when people first start coming to yoga to the people, they're like, whoa, what's that? But when you make that sound, H-A ha, you have to relax your whole jaw. It is also the purifying sound for your root chakra, that energetic center below your navel. And that center is associated with the emotions of fear and anger and worry. So if you're experiencing any of those emotions lately, use those HA-has with intention, right? Don't localize it to your throat. Maybe first you just feel it in your heart space. Maybe then above your navel. We'll try one together. Exhale with an SH. You get a sweet full inhale. Now from below your navel, H-A. With your eyes closed, slowly walk your hands under your shoulders and sit a little bit deeper into your hips. Now curl your right toes under, step your left foot back, upper push-up, and either move through your flow or push right back to your downward dog. Once you're there, it's the last down dog of class, so you can pedal out your feet again, you can move your body around. And it's kind of like how we did in the very beginning of class, but also kind of a whole lot different. Your body's different now, so what's changed? What's new? All right, ripple forward for your upper push-up plank. Now slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Once you're there, we'll set up for a Cobra pose. So palms under your shoulders, elbows point up. That was a nice lower there, Clara. Squeeze your heels together and kick the tops of your feet down hard. As you inhale, chest forward and up a little bit for your baby Cobra. Yeah, but Nina, get your elbows up. Yes, exactly. Palms back behind you. Send your big toes back and your 2 lowest ribs forward. Squeeze your heels together. Now keep everything, but lift your palms up and your legs up. So you're like a flying baby Cobra. Take another inhale to squeeze your back and lift up higher. Slowly lower all the way down, forehead to the mat. Now curl your toes under, strong legs, firm belly, and push the floor away, upper push-up. Nice. Okay, now lower all the way back down to your belly. Squeeze your heels. Inhale, lift everything up. Palms up, legs up, look up a little higher than last time. Slowly put it down, forehead to the mat. Curl your toes under, shove the floor away from you. Yeah, and now take it a few more times on your own. And if your initial response to that was, I don't really want to, this is like the best reason to do it. Because chances are, sometime soon, You're going to be asked to do something you don't really want to do. And because you've practiced participating fully in whatever life threw your way, maybe you'll approach it with a little bit more equanimity. How you do anything is how you do everything. Next time your belly's on the floor, bring your left ear to the mat, look to the right, and palms face up by your sides. Bring your big toes to touch, let your heels flop apart, and broaden across your lower back. And now bring your chin back onto the mat again, please. Kick your heels to your butt and grab onto your feet below your toes for a floor bow. Roll your shoulders back. Push your navel down. And as you inhale, focus on the kick first. Kick up as much as you possibly can. Rock the weight forward. And once you cannot kick up anymore, arch your chest and look up to your toes above your head because they are there. You just have to find them. Kick a little higher. Yes, Human. Arch your chest, look up one more time, stretch your throat, and like you're putting down a baby, lower all the way down. Bring your right ear to the mat this time, look to the left, and palms face up by your sides. 100% effort to 0% effort so swiftly, all of the numbers in between are erased. Because when it comes to commitment, 100% and 0%, they're the exact same thing. Exhale your air out. Inhale, feel the broadness of backside body. And HA. Bring your chin forward on the mat, please. Palms under the shoulders. Either curl your toes under or use your knees to push the floor away, upper push-up. And then come to stand on your knees for camel pose. Knees 6 inches apart and hands on your lower back. Draw your shoulders down and squeeze your shoulder blades in towards one another. Pull your low belly up and into your palms, lift your chest up and then look back to go back. And if you see whatever's behind you, that's fine. If you end up seeing the ground or the floor behind you, that's fine too. Then maybe you grab for your heels with fingers on the inside and thumbs on the outside. Yeah, neck, Courtney, I think you can actually put your palms next to your feet and crawl them closer to your knees. That's you, yeah, you got it, girl. Now drop those elbows down. Gorgeous. Take one more inhale to look back a little further. Hands to lower back, firm belly to roll yourself up. Then settle your hips to your heels, palms face up on your thighs. Close your eyes and do nothing else. Don't fix, don't fidget. Don't miss it. Don't miss a moment. This is your life. Don't miss it. Exhale with an essay. Get a slow, deep inhale. Then HA. Gently flutter your eyes open. And then get your legs in front of you, whether you drop your hips to the side and swing them around or cross your ankles and swing them through. We're gonna set up for a seated forward fold to lengthen out the spine. So inhale, stretch your arms up, biceps frame your ears. Lift up out of your waist and then bow your body forward. And for today, catch your toes. Whether you bend your knees a lot in order to do it or whether you don't need to at all, try to catch your toes. And then as you're holding on to your feet, you can slowly start to walk your heels more forward and simultaneously send your hips more back. Now, as you lengthen through your upper middle back, shoulders away from your ears. And bend your elbows to pull yourself in deeper. Take an inhale to look forward and pull yourself more forward. Exhale, bend your elbows and pull yourself in deeper. Nice. Now with the firmness in your belly, roll yourself all the way up to seated. And continue to roll all the way down onto your back. You have about a minute here. So if there is something else that you really want to add into your practice, like some core work or shoulder stand or plow, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you take an early Savasana. Okay, but while you do that, just please keep an ear open. Thank you so much for your practice. Thank you so much for your work. And thank you for supporting accessible and inclusive yoga. Like I said before, this is the kind of work you can't pay someone else to do for you. So you have to do it for yourself. That's why we've always been and will always be a donation-based, a pay-what-you-can studio. I'm gonna put a link in the chat to the website if you are in a position to donate. You can also really help us out by spreading the word. That's how Yoga to the People really grew. We opened up our first studio on St. Mark's in New York City about 15 years ago. And what got it going was the fact that there was a bunch of NYU students who just fell in love with it, and they spread the word, and it became a thing. And for a lot of people, it meant yoga becoming a thing that they do. Where maybe if they walked into another studio that told them to be vegan or only speak Sanskrit or these other things that a lot of yogis find at some point in their journey, but can be very intimidating, may have not felt comfortable. Okay. Our doors are open to anybody who wants to do this work. If you haven't already found your Savasana, please do. Close your eyes. And if you want to deepen your experience of what happens during this time on your mat, we have a teacher training program starting at the end of May that we'll be doing a lot of online. Teacher training, it was one of the best things I could have ever done. I was really intimidated to do it because I thought that the people who taught yoga were these really special, wise, evolved people that had this special gift that I just would never have. And I was at peace with that. But I did the training because they said you don't have to want to teach yoga to do the training, and I wanted to deepen my practice. And what I learned was that place of wisdom that everyone was coming from, that was an open heart. If you want to learn how to speak from your empowered voice, how to give and receive love, and how to share that with other people, those are just invaluable things that teacher training really helps you cultivate. Ask me any questions afterwards. I'd love to talk more about it. And for now, we'll end class with a quote and a collective breath. Please exhale all your air out with an SC. Taking a slow, sweet inhale, holds it at the top. And HA. Charles Bukowski said, "What matters most is how well we walk through fire." If you want a longer Savasana, you're welcome to stay. Otherwise, you can start to bring your awareness back into your fingers and your toes. And roll over to one side to make your way up to seated. Thank you so much.